Hello viewer, thank you for joining me today. I'm Dave, the Fugly Vapor, as you can see, and today I want to take a look at this little fella. He looks even better in focus. Come on camera, catch up. Right, doesn't mean a great deal to me, but it's different. This is as you will have seen from the flash before the video and the description and stuff, this is an authentic Nightmare version 2. So we'll go down, I'll show you what's in the box, which is not a great deal. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but you'll probably get that for a tenner or less. I think I paid less than that at GearBest. But anyway, we'll go down on the desk and I will show you what's in the box. I have got a build in it, but I will probably take it out and do it again on camera. So fingers crossed. I'll see you down there in just a sec. Right viewer, so here we are with the Nightmare V2 packaging. Very fancy, as you can see. Let's just knock that focus off a bit. There you go. Atomizer, one piece. Barcode, nothing. And you've got it not to be used by persons under 18. Nothing on the top, and then Hotcig on the bottom. That's the packaging outside, and then inside he says, where's me little doobies? Here we go. Right, so it do come in a little plastic bag like so, and then basically in there is a plastic bag with an O-ring in it, one O-ring. That's it. Yes, you get what you pay for. As I say, for 10 quid, and you'll see when we get it built and wicked, it's, you know, if it's your first venture into RDAs and having a go at building yourself, and not sure whether you're going to take to it or like it or be any good at it or whatever, you know, you can do a lot worse than spend 10 quid on this. I mean, it's less than a packet of fags, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's less than a packet of fags and more fun. Even if it's shit, which it's not. There's one or two issues. I'm going to say straight off that the first thing I had to do was change the O-ring on the base. Now, somebody asked the question on GearBest, is this a clone? And GearBest said no, it's definitely an original. It's an authentic Hotcig dripper. So take from that what you will. They've put it down in black and white. It's an authentic. So and there's your barrel. You got 3 air holes, so you've got choice. You've got a choice then of a dual coil or a single coil. The finish on it is pretty good. It's you can see the top barrel is a reasonable gauge thickness. It's not going to be, you know, a great ingot, but it's, you know, I've seen worse. And the threading is pretty bloody good, considering you've got a bit of stainless steel there and a bit of plastic there, and those threads are quite, you can see how tight those threads are, or how fine those threads are. I'll try and get some focus for you. You know, they're pretty damn fine threads on there and on there. They're not you know, and it goes on pretty well. It catches up, and it's not you know, purposely kept quiet because it's nice and smooth. Goes on. So the only problem was this O-ring. The fit that comes with a black O-ring, there's a red one in the box, which I broke trying to swap it over. The black O-ring I had to swap out because it was just not holding. I mean, this is the cube board, as you can see. Let's just drop this, zoom out a little bit. I tried it on the cuboid, and if I went like that with the original O-ring, it'd have been straight on the desk. So I just swapped the O-ring out for a slightly better one. But you know, I mean, I didn't pay 60 quid for it and get a shit O-ring. I paid 10 quid and got a shit O-ring. But hey, what's an O-ring? Couple of pennies. There's your deck. This bloody focus thing is a pain in the dong. Right, like I said, I've got a build on it, which, having said I'm going to swap it out, I don't see a lot of point. I've put about, I think I've had about 5 minutes vaping on this just to try it out. I've got it and cleaned it and whatever, and just put a quick build on it. What I will do is show you the layout of the deck, and I'll put this thing back in here if I can. If I can't get it back in, then I'll have to rebuild it, won't I? But it's a bloody, oh god, it's a screw fugly. It's a flathead screw fugly. Okay. Right, okay. Rather than me take that to pieces, then let me just lift this coil out of the way if I can. It's not going to work, is it? Nah. Right, I will pause this, come back and take the coils off and show you. Right people, I'm back. I've taken the coils off. Show you the deck. I was going to jig around with it and whatever, but I thought, hey, it's easier to take the coils off and start again. So there's your deck. A couple of specs for you. The deck diameter is 19.46 and almost 19.5 mils across. Juice well is 6 mil deep. The post holes are 2 millimeters and they are 11.6 millimeters high. Or at least the centre post is anyway. Excuse me. The air holes, I think I told you, they're 2 mils diameter. As you can see, it's a 3-post design, shared centre post, positive post in the centre. I think the pin, oops, yeah, it's a copper post in the bottom, copper post, copper pin, copper 510 pin in the base. Apparently, looking at the specs, I'm going to just check this again. Gearbox, it's 304 stainless steel. It weighs 37.67 grams or 36.7 grams. The actual outside diameter is 22 mil, 21.95. From the base to the top there, not including the drip tip, is 22.82 millimeters. The height, including the 510 but not the drip tip, is 28.37, and the total height from the bottom of the 510 to the top of that drip tip is 42.72 millimeters. So there we have it. So what I'll do now, I will attempt and my thumbs are not great, but they're kind of working. I won't tempt fate too much. I've just got a couple of simple 8 wrap each 0.42 cancel on a 3 mil post. So dual coil, we should be coming out somewhere about 0.5. That's what I'm going for, not 0.5. So we'll put the first one in. like so. I want to take it in and just beyond the air hole, so I can just pull it back a little bit. Come on, come on. Okay. It's about where I want it to be. Thereabouts. I'm just off the air hole, but I'll pull it back and just adjust it in a second. So I'm going to tighten that negative post screw up. Just to pinch him in. Turn him around. Get my other coil. Just get that out of the way for a second. Boo-da-boo. Get this boy here. You can almost hear my tongue out, can't you? The tongue out of concentration. I think, therefore I am, I think. Right. Let me just make sure I've got that where I want it to be. Screw this boy down, you can't see, can you? Sorry, I'm off camera again. Very professional. You can tell I'm new at this game, can't you? Spend more time off camera than on camera. So that's where I'm starting from. They don't look very bad. Let me pinch up in a second without squashing them like that. Be a good idea, Fugly. Yeah, we'll give that a tidy up in a second. Let's just give this a final tweak. 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 Clippers. Get me clippers. Take that one off there. Come on, get off. Take that one off. Need some light on the subject. Especially when I'm that close to another coil. I don't trust myself. And this one's coming out this side. Right, I think we're sorted for that now. So that's where we're starting from. It's not looking too bad. It'd be great if we could see Fugly. So that's where we're starting from. I'll get those coils set and tweaked and pinched and pulsed. 0.5. Yeah. It's wicked. So let's make sure we're not touching the deck. Try and get you back in focus. So I'm going to lift this up so I can get it to my eye line so I can see what I'm doing. This one's got to come out. Well, you can see, I will pulse them in a second, get them set, bedded in, but I've got them now just about over the air holes. I could get you to see there's one air hole there, and a coil, one air hole there and the coil. Could do with going over just slightly. I'll just move that over there. Move that over there. I'm happy now. I'm happy now. I'll move that coiling just a sec, but I've got them up off the deck. There you go. You can see them there, up off the deck, away from the posts and over the holes. So let's just get them bedded in. I ain't looking too shabby, are they? Give them a quick puncture. Right. Looking pretty good. So I'll just clear some of this stuff up now. Get some cotton out. What cotton we're going to use, lovely? Let's use some Muji cotton, shall we? Good idea. Right, cut me 8 wraps on a 3mm post. I didn't tell you already, but I probably did. I'd rather tell you twice than not at all, because I've got a habit of forgetting to tell you things. Because I'm old, that's my excuse. Because I'm a geriatric. And stupid, which doesn't help. So let's get a bit of wicking going on, shall we? Oh, right, pig's ear of that fugly. Did you? Yes. Right. First one. Now obviously with these air holes being slightly offset, you've got more room on one side for cotton than the other, so you just have to wick it accordingly. But it's not bad. It's I mean, for the money, I mean, come on. Yes, I'll probably get crucified for saying it, but you know, this is an authentic RDA for less than I've paid for some clones. And not all of us are in the position to go paying, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds for an RDA because it's got a name on it. To me, an RDA is something that's got a deck. I'll put some coils on it, I'll wick it, put some juice on it, and I'll vape it. And as long as it works, I don't need to be called a, you know, whiz bang RDA by Monsters Inc. or whatever, you know. I can't afford to be snobby about it. Yeah, there are obviously you get to an extent what you pay for, but sometimes you pay for your name. You know, if it's a particular name, and I don't profess to keep up with all the in names when it comes to RDAs, but I'm sure there are some. You know, there's you know, snobbery and all kinds of stuff. Now, obviously, when you're wicking this, you've got to be careful of that air hole. Come on, fugly. That air hole there. there is your air hole. So you've got to keep the cotton away from that, and that obviously that little gap down there ain't a lot to get your cotton in, but a little bit in there will be fine. And it's touching the deck because I can see from the other side. So then I'll just trim this one off. And just tuck him in that side. First one. Do the same on the other side. Little short arse piece on the one side where you've not got a lot of room, and it is quite tight. Let's get me little doodad. It is quite tight there to feed stuff in, but you know, just put that wick in there. Come along. Yeah, as I was saying about the price of this, I mean, I had to double check that it was actually authentic. But like I say, GearBest have stated on their website that it's an authentic, so who am I to call them a liar? Obviously on this there is no scratch and sniff, there might be a serial number, see. I've got a barcode, but you know, that's easy to fake, I suppose. But at the end of the day, authentic or clone, does it really matter if it works? Some of you will have be reaching for the mouse button to click off in disgust the fact that I mentioned a clone, but you know, at the end of the day, if clones are going to help smokers get into vaping because they can afford a clone but they can't afford an authentic to start with, then it's got to be a good thing, surely. Horses for courses, I suppose, but that's about where I want to be with the wicking. Let's get some juice on it. What should we put on it? Let's have some jam on toast fugly. Okay. Let's have some jam on toast. This is bloody hell. Child-proof bottles. Fugly-proof bottles. Right, so what I shall do, I shall pause the video, get this juiced up. See you up top in just a second. Right viewer, just a quick one before I forget. When we were down the bottom when I said all you get in the box is an O-ring, I lied. You also get one of those, which is obviously a 510. It's threaded, same as the top cap or the chuff cap. And then why you'd want to put a 510 on there, I don't know. Maybe you don't like the chuff cap on it. But yes, you've got two air holes that you can adjust, but they're very small, so it depends if you want a tight draw, I suppose. What I'm going to do with this, not that I don't know why you'd want to use an RDA at 3.7 volts, but I'm going to put it on 3.7 volts, which is 25.8 watts, as you can see. 0.53 on the coil now. .25 watts. Airflow's as open as it goes. I can try just churning this down. Let's just go to half, see what happens. That's half air on both sides. It'd be so good if the camera was focused, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if the camera decides to focus? There you go, half air on both sides, just about. And I suppose if you wanted to do a mouth to lung on an RDA, you can. But there's no law that says you can't do a mouth to lung on an RDA. Yeah, turn the airflow down, mouth to lung it. Why not? Alright, let's just knock this up to 4.5 volts, see what happens. 4.5 volts is 38.2 watts. You know, for me, it's working. I've put coils on it, I've wicked them, I've put juice on them, I stuck them on a mod, I press the button, it works. 5 volts, 47.2 watts. Anytime you like, camera, it's going to go off, isn't it? There you go, 5 volts, 47.2 watts. Let's have a bit more juice on. Obviously you've got a nice wide chuff cap one, you can just drip down the middle. Unless you want to be careful not to do what I've just done and have it come out the air holes, but hey. Let's take it up to 55 watts, which is 5.4 volts, 55 watts. What else do you want from a dripper? That's about all I can say to you. You've seen it. You can check out the price on GearBest or wherever else you want to look at it. It's a 22mm dripper with a 510 connector, 510 adapter should you want it. Single or dual coil. It's pretty well made and it's a bloody good price. So yeah, that's all I can say about it. It does what it says. It's an RDA. If you're looking for an affordable RDA or your first RDA and not quite sure whether it's for you or not and don't want to spend a fortune to find out, check it out. Check out the other reviews. I haven't found many, to be honest, for it. I kind of bought it kind of blind. But I figured, you know, less than a tenner, and it's worked out okay. It's not the best RDA in the world, of course it's not for that sort of price, but it depends what your budget is. If you're on a tight budget and you're looking to get into RDAs and building and stuff, a bit more involved in the vaping rather than just have a tank, fill it up, vape it. Do a lot worse, I suppose. Do a lot better, but it depends where you want to go. That's just, anyway, this is just me. It's what I bought. Want to share it with you. You take it how you find it. So I'll thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it and got something out of it. If you've enjoyed the video, leave me a like down there. Subscribe would be great. If you want to see more from me, subscribe. Obviously you get notifications then when I'm posting a new video. And have yourselves a good day. more importantly, have yourselves a damn good vape, be it RDA, RTA, tank, whatever, and I will see you guys in the next one.